On this week's episode of the Haunt Brief,
we're going inside the 2012 TransWorld Haunt Show, and you're coming with us. We're going to show you the sights and sounds from TransWorld, including the latest products from all the vendors. And of course, we'll also be doing interviews directly from the TransWorld show floor.
it's all on this week's The Haunt Brief. This week's episode of the Haunt Brief is brought to you by
HauntApps.com. For a custom branded iPhone and Android mobile app for your haunted attraction, be sure to visit HauntApps.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Haunt Brief. I'm Charles Terry, and we're here at TransWorld 2012, and I'm here with Tim from Haunt Tactics, makers of some look at this. This is just gorgeous. Costumes for actors that look super, super real, creepy as hell. Tim, how you doing?
Pretty good. I mean, the show so far has been fantastic. We were received very well for a second year. I mean, been traffic at the booth all day. I mean, this is more than we could have asked for. I mean, it's been great so far.
Great. Doing a lot of business, a lot of sales.
A lot of business is now. It's just, getting that customer service and filling the orders.
Awesome. And you tell us about some of these products that you do. I mean, these are like, I'll let you. How does this work?
I mean, what we did here, this is actually what we call the Zombie King. This kind of spiraled this thing out of control. It's made out of polyfoam, so that's what the bones are fused. We actually don't glue it on there. That's fused directly into like an Under Armour type material. Thus, that's why we call it our zombie armor. So
very lightweight for an actor to work in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about maybe 5 pounds. The top weighs. I mean, it's about between 5 and 8 pounds between the whole costume without the accessories. And with that being said, all of these are independent. All the armor comes off. It's all grommeted with leather straps. I mean, we tried to make this as authentic as possible with the zombie twist.
Okay, and I mean, is it easy to breathe in? I mean, actors sweat a lot.
If you're familiar with like Under Armour or compression tops, it has moisture wicking technology. So what that does is, you're gonna sweat in a haunted house, on an attraction, on a farm, what have you. But it actually, where it's opened, it is vented and it pulls the sweat from you. So it does cool off. I mean, where the foam's adhered, it is going to be a little hot. The mask is the hottest part. It actually sucks your face, but it does have jaw movement. So it's pretty comfortable. I mean, it's going to be a little hot here and there, but it is a comfortable wear. I mean, it breathes. We've had a lot of our customers come and who had ordered last year and said, it was very comfortable. No actors complained. It was used all season.
That's awesome. And I mean, here, let's step over here. Look at they got like a zombie queen looking costume here. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous looking. Great costuming on top of it. They got like a demon looking thing right here that would, make me poop my pants if I saw it coming at me at night. Back here we got, what is this guy?
The fawn.
It's what?
The fawn.
The fawn.
Yeah, it's like a woodland. Our spin on a woodland creature. I mean, this is what we want to do this year. We have.
It's like Shakespeare on crack back here. Midsummer Night from Hell.
Yeah, Midsummer's Night's Scream, if you will. What we did here.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, what we did here is, if you're familiar with Pan's Labyrinth, they actually had a fawn. We kind of took that and did our devilish twist on it. It has a very, very.
You succeeded.
Yeah, I mean, and actually, if you look at it, all of those horns are all, individually punched. There's 58 of them on there. They're all hard resin teeth. I mean, the jaw moves with them. It's just a great twist. We just wanted to bring, something different to the show. Everyone loves zombies. They're not going to go anywhere.
And then speaking of which, you got a zombie. Come over here and look at this one. It's like missing its top, female topless.
Female. It's actually cut for a female. Inside of there, we've fused it on a female cut compression top and sculpted it on a female mannequin, so the women's chests aren't squeezed inside of there.
I think they'll appreciate that.
It's comfortable. There's not a lot out there for female-specific actors. We wanted to do that. It was very important to us. We want to give something for everybody, and we want to get as many people into our costumes as possible.
Now, where did HaunteDigest? You guys are relatively new to the haunt industry, right?
Last year was our first year. We actually we attended a lot of smaller conventions doing Monster Manias. That's more horror Hollywood actor.
Yeah.
We started last year by making the Return of the Living Dead Tarman.
Oh yeah, I've actually seen that online.
Yeah, I mean that's where this kind of thing came from, and we were like, wow, this is good, but we can make some serious costumes with that. And at the end of our booth is actually our very first zombie armor design. It has the full spine, the full ribs, all the bones, and that's kind of where it came from. We're able to take so many different options with it. I mean, you can buy just a zombie armor and theme it as you wish. You can put any type of clothes on top of that. And that's, kind of the cool thing about our suits. We don't really need to have anything on top. You do whatever you want from. That's.
You can just, sky's the limit.
Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, I had Mexican earlier.
Yeah, that's all right. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, you can pretty much do whatever you want, and we'll just give you the base layer. Have at it.
That's awesome. And now, on your costumes, which I have to say are freaking amazing. I don't want to give prices out because obviously somebody watches this a year from now, the pricing ain't going to be right. Where can people go online to find your company website and then pricing information?
Yeah, absolutely. You can find us at www.HauntTactics.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. I mean, you can find us anywhere. I mean, our website was just redone. We have all of our products on there. Drop down menu, you can find the prices there, and my email address is right there. You can speak personally to me.
And Tim, and these guys, I've spoken with them online. Great customer service I've seen so far. If I open up a haunt anytime soon, I guarantee you I will be doing business with you.
Any vendor, especially new ones, the first thing we have to sell is customer service.
Absolutely.
I mean, these guys, the haunters out here, are spending their hard-earned money for something they love. I mean, without customer service, without selling that product first, you have no line, you have no business. So that's myself. I'm not an artist in the company. I will tell you that straight up. I mean, my job is customer service. My job is sales. You talk to me directly when you call the HauntTactics phone number. So, I mean, that's what I pride myself on, and that's what we're going to keep doing.
That's awesome. And these guys really, I mean, I'm creeped out just standing here. These guys, really great costumes, great customer service. I really like what this company does. You need to check them out, HauntTactics.com. Check them out. Just insanely great stuff. Tim, I want to thank you for coming on the show
Thank you.
And being on and visiting Haunters Digest. I know you're a big fan, right?
I mean, I watched the Shane interview, and that was probably one of the most hilarious things I've ever watched. I mean, he's a character within himself. I mean, me and him talk a lot, and
it's not hard to make that show funny. Shane is awesome.
He really he really added a certain dynamic to that interview.
Shane, everybody's been like that was our best one yet, yeah. And with Shane, we're proud to say he was the first one we actually had to come up with the disclaimer for. So that was a great interview.
You know, he's a pioneer, and he just pioneered something else.
Yeah, he's a trailblazer, I'll give you that. But again, thanks for coming on. You're watching the Haunt Brief on HauntersDigest.tv.com also, and if you've been watching our live stream, we're continuing to walk around and do more, so keep it tuned in and keep watching. We're going to bring you more interviews. We're going to head over to, have you seen Distortions yet?
I have, and let me tell you something.
They're on the Travel Channel.
That TV show does not do those products any justice. You have to see them in person.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff they come up with is, revolutionary. This guy's been in the game forever, and as a vendor, very, very young in the game, that's something to aspire to.
And you're right next to him, so you get to see all this eye candy. He gets to see your eye candy, you get to see his. I think it's fair.
See a little bit behind the scenes of what they're doing for the new season.
Yeah, I actually saw their camera crew over there, so yeah. We're going to go over there now and talk to them, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Haunt Brief on Haunters Digest. I'm here with the legend.
Legend. You know, when you say legend, that just means old.
No.
Way of saying old.
Okay, the immortal.
The immortal.
The immortally, insanely awesome Ed.
Oh, that's so nice of you, but I'm sure I'm mortal and there's not much time left. But go ahead.
We're here with Ed from you. I don't even need to introduce you. From Distortions Unlimited. You've seen him on Travel Channel, I think.
Yep,
right?
Making Monsters on Travel Channel.
Making Monsters. I watched that show. I think it was a great show. I think it's kind of really the first one that kind of gives a preview of what it's like building props for the haunt industry.
I think so. Now, there's been some shows that have covered it to a certain degree, but actually go into the manufacturing in detail and do it without the typical fighting and cussing and just, the producers.
We're hopeful.
Yeah, well, now listen,
I want to see you choking a couple of your guys.
That could happen.
Or vice versa, actually.
Actually, that's more likely. Well, there is an occasional cuss word that slips out when, it's usually long periods of boredom followed by brief moments of terror or stupidity. So
and that's what they glamorize.
That's right. So that slips out. But no, it's a great show because they just want to open the door to the world of what goes on in our industry because the world doesn't know.
Well, I've noticed a lot of new shows all of a sudden that are coming out that look similar to yours.
Let me tell you why. When Warm Springs, the production company that shot the sizzle reel, they took the sizzle reel out to Hollywood, and the networks loved it, but it's an expensive show, and Travel Channel stepped up to the plate and took on 4 episodes because they'd had some experience in the haunt industry, and they knew it was successful. Yeah. But because of that, in the process of shopping it around, there's so many networks that we want that, but we don't, that's expensive, and so I think you're going to see a whole lot of stuff in the haunt industry, which will be great. It'll be great for the whole industry.
And what I love is that your show, a lot of the time you only see these haunt industries is during Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm turning on in the middle of, I think it was December, or January, or March.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm watching you build these things, and it kind of shows you, these haunted attractions are putting orders way, we're March now, and you're going to spend the next 4 or 5 months busting butt to build these things. And, I think it really gives an appreciation for what you have to go through to really make these haunts. Like when you went out, I think, to the prison out in...
the penitentiary.
Yeah, Eastern State. And just the working with the Haunt to come up with a new gag, a new animatronic that turned into a live actor. I think you were the first to do the live actor switch.
Yeah, that was kind of cool because,
You scared the hell out of me. We were here last year, and we weren't expecting that, and that thing turns around, and all of a sudden he jumped out at me, and I'm like, oh, man, I actually got scared at TransWorld by Ed.
Oh, man, that's a badge of honor. I'm glad we could do that for you.
Yeah, like I said, you're a master of what you do, and we need to talk now about this.
Sure.
You've got apparently some alien, if you can see here, you got some alien work.
We made these for the Roswell Museum, the UFO Museum in Roswell, New Mexico. They breathe and turn their heads. And we also made a 12-foot saucer. That was on the show.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah. And this guy's new. It's bowel movement. I named it. It was a weak moment for Marcia, so we were able, because he wiggles and bowels. And so, yeah, we do everything. Aliens, demons, monsters, zombies.
Living trees.
What's that?
Living trees.
Living trees. So, mostly scary. Yeah. We do a little bit of friendly, not too much.
So what do you have? I mean, you usually got one or two new products besides the Roswell aliens. What do you got? Anything in particular new this year that we could kind of show people and say, hey, come to our website and buy this stuff?
Tons of new stuff. It almost killed us this year because we did a bunch of stuff for a trade show prior to this one that's in the Morris booth. And then we reworked some of our stuff, like this spider, and brought the demon, and it's about over 30 products, and most of them are new. So it was a rough 3 weeks getting ready for the show.
I can imagine. And on the show, you're busting butt. I can only imagine what it looks like when you're not on the show.
It's crazy. It's truly crazy. And that's one thing I like about the show. When they first approached us, we said, look, we're not actors. Yeah. We don't want to fake stuff. We don't want to fight. We just want to be ourselves. And they were like, no, we just want to show your life, show that world. And I've enjoyed that because I think people know when it's fake. Yeah. And one guy, one of the early emails, or not emails, a blog, said, well, it's a good show, but I think the broken trees at Monster Mini Golf was faked for the TV. And I wrote it back.
No, it's not.
No, I wish it was.
Sometimes shipping doesn't always go the way you hope.
Yeah.
So, and that was actually one thing I was really impressed about. You actually go out to the client and it looked like set up everything for them, so it goes smoothly. I don't think a lot of vendors even do that.
Well, sometimes we do, not most of the time. Right. But if it's something new, like that demon for the Bennett's curse, we needed to go out because that's complicated. We want to make sure it's right, and it's a new product to us, so we had to check that out.
But that's what I mean. That's attention to customer care that I that when I started getting involved in the industry, you were one of the people that people recommended to me about if you're going to get a prop that kind of caliber and that size, talk to Ed, go over to Distortions. You're not going to be disappointed.
Well, we try really hard. We found out early on with the electric chair, we came out with this product and everybody loved it. We thought we'd sell 6. We sold 200 electric chairs that first year. Never seen anything. The industry had never seen anything that expensive. Problem was...
And you can't go to a haunt now without finding it.
No. The problem was it shook so violently that the heads flew off. Well, we didn't know this was going to happen.
That's just even better. That's great. That's like you're walking by. It's scary. And then the head falls on you.
One time it's great.
Then 200 it's not.
So we had to replace for free and pay shipping like over 100 bodies that year. So we learned real quick that if we didn't make them right, it was going to take away our profit and be headaches. So we try really, really hard. It's everything wears out. I mean, I don't care if it's a lawnmower or Veg-O-Matic. I mean, stuff wears out, but we try really hard to make it strong and make it last.
Well, I looking around, I mean, these are quality props, animatronics, everything. I think you do insane work. That's why you're a legend in this field and in this industry.
Maybe not a legend, maybe insane. That's probably it. I mean,
no, we can't do that. And Shane's already got the insane trademarked.
Hello.
Oh.
We got to find you. I'm sticking with legendary, infamous Ed.
I guess we can go with that. I don't know if that applies.
We'll do a contest on the website. Find a new one.
What it is, I've been too stupid to stop. I didn't know what was good for me, so I just kept going. What do they do if you don't stop?
That's where the passion comes from. You never know when it's just, all right, I need to call it a day. When you're creative and you're full of energy and you're like, I want to do that. I get yelled at by somebody in particular too.
Let me tell you, when it's 5 in the morning and it's the day before the trade show, you have to catch a plane and get up at 7. I'm not that passionate at that point. It's like, when will it be over? Please let it be over.
Just one more hour of sleep.
Yeah. Oh, it was a rough one, but it's worth it. There's been a great show, and the energy level at this show. I don't know. Everybody's like up, and it's not just us. I mean, the other vendors, they're up in the game. It's got to be one of the craziest, funnest shows you could ever go to.
And I think you even said on the show, it's one of the biggest shows for the haunt-related in industry.
Oh, I think this is it. If you have a haunted house, this is the show, TransWorld. Now, we go to some other shows sometimes, the amusement park show and stuff. They have a little bit of haunt stuff and a lot of theme park stuff, but this is the show.
This is our show.
This is the show.
Yeah. So can we look forward to, I don't know if you can say or not, but can we look forward to maybe a second season?
Yes. In fact, we have got 10 more episodes that Travel Channel's picked up.
You need a full 13. Just saying, Travel Channel.
Maybe next year. I don't know if we could survive those 4 episodes. They're a lot of work. Because the film crew, as wonderful as they are, it's hard. I mean, it's disruptive. They have set up lights and things. They're fantastic. I mean, they're what makes the show. I mean, we give them some eye candy.
Yeah.
But they're the artists that make it really fun to watch and really entertaining.
I still say you're a big part of that. I get what you're saying, but
Warm Springs could make paint peeling exciting. Let me tell you, they're an amazing group of people.
Well, we all look forward to seeing many seasons of that show coming up. I love watching your work, whether it's on TV or anywhere, here, live.
Thank you.
I'm a huge fan of yours. I think what you do is just incredible. Where can people go online to find and order stuff from you?
They can go to distortionsunlimited.com or Distortions Online.
Okay, and be sure, we'll post a link right here. Be sure to click on it, visit it, check out Ed's website, order his stuff. Just insanely awesome. And thank you for doing this interview.
Okay,
and
be brave.
I mean, be brave. That's well, you got it. So,
I can eliminate mold, mildew, and its odor.
I'm sorry, Mom called me a little bit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Haunt Brief on HauntersDigest.com. We're here now with the infamous, that's a better one, I think.
Infamous, yeah.
Infamous Leonard Pickle from HauntCon, as you may know him, from Hauntepreneurs, which ironically there's a movie called The Hauntepreneur, isn't there?
Yeah, and the casting was done very well. I think the guy looks just like me.
I think so too. I think they nailed it. When I think him, I think you.
Absolutely.
Or actually vice versa now.
Yeah, and we'll be tied together forever. It'll be great.
Awesome. We got to get him to HauntCon.
Oh, absolutely.
So, speaking of which, you are the organizer behind HauntCon.
I am.
Tell us a little bit about what is HauntCon.
HauntCon is a conference for the haunted house industry. It moves to a different city every year so we can tour as many haunted houses as possible. Talk to local haunts into opening up. Has a trade show, has lots of education. There's like 50 hours of education that are included in the price of the ticket. We have a massive costume ball, which is a lot of fun. Everybody gets to get in
Great
costume.
time last year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And when you get to get in costume and play for a while, have a good time instead of working. All of us work in October, so we have trouble getting dressed up and having a good time. So it gets us back to that. And
a HAASHow show.
Hearst Rally, haunted garage sale. I have all kinds of stuff going on.
I mean, there's literally not one dull moment at HauntCon. It seems to be. It's like when I was there last year on the trade show, it was like there's people everywhere, and then you go outside and they're out there doing seminars, and you go outside watching people smoke, and they're out there at the Hearst show, and it's just like wherever you go, there's people having a good time.
Absolutely. I can't even get them to go to bed. We always put our best seminars first thing in the morning so we can get them to get them up in the morning, or they'll sleep all day, but they're having too much fun.
Yeah, that's true. And he's not kidding. The party last year was a great
all night long.
We actually got some footage of it. We put up on YouTube. People, were actually emailing us wanting more from that party.
Wow, that's great.
So we definitely, this year, actually, HauntersDigest and HauntCon have a partnership. We'll actually be on the trade show floor. Wi-Fi and 3G permitting. I always have to throw that in because I never know. I don't own Verizon. Otherwise, I'd be on a beach somewhere. But I don't own Verizon or AT&T, so depending on how well the mobile goes, we're hopefully going to be live broadcasting straight from the trade show floor.
We've been working with the convention center, and they've got some good Wi-Fi, so we should be good.
Great. So we'll actually be bringing vendors over. Regardless, we'll be recording as we are now, putting those videos online. We'll definitely bring you back over and talk with you. But I think that's a great opportunity for people that don't even get to go to the convention to sit down. And you're going to be the first one to do that officially with us.
Nice.
So we're really looking forward to doing that.
Great. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It gives everybody an opportunity. We move to a different city every year to give people an opportunity that they can't make it to Chicago, or they can't make it to one of the other conventions. They can always show up when we're there locally. So
yeah, and I think that's exactly why we want to do the live broadcasting, because if you don't get to make it one year, you at least get to attend it virtually and still partake. And I think it's great, exposure for your convention, and convince people, hey, if we are in your town, come out.
Yeah, we're going to put some of the seminars on the web too, so you can get a chance to get some of the education.
Yeah, so, and speaking of which, about moving to town, where is 2012 this year?
2012 is in Monroeville, which is just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's in right in the parking lot where the mall that Dawn of the Dead was filmed in it. So
I thought it sounded familiar.
Kind of have a zombie background going there, a little overlay with it's a Zombieville kind of deal. So it should be fun. And
pronounce the town again, because when I was doing the voiceovers for the Haunt Brief a couple of weeks ago, it took me like 20 takes to say it correctly without stumbling through it.
It's Monroeville. How's that
Monroe. You tried doing it in a voiceover. It's like Monroeville.
Monroeville.
I guess it's the pressure of, trying to do it recorded, and you're like, don't screw up, and then you screw up, and you're like, son of a bitch, Leonard's going to kill me.
Yeah, every time somebody sticks a camera on me, I feel like a blood-burn idiot.
That's welcome to the club, man. We got jackets made. So definitely, if you get an opportunity to come out to HauntCon, really make the trip. It's going to be worth it. That's why we're excited about the partnership. It's a great show. We're looking forward to doing the seminar, getting those online for you also. So I think really you're taking that next step into the generation, and that's what this haunt industry, I think, really, needs next.
HauntCon is all about sharing information with each other, bumping into each other in the hallways. The best part of a convention is meeting somebody that's doing something similar to you are and sharing your problems and his problems. And sometimes the guy that you meet on the elevator has got the answer, the solution to your biggest concern. And so it gives you an opportunity to talk to him and share ideas and share experiences. And, it's kind of like a giant family reunion.
Yeah, a weird one, but yeah, I get it. I mean, if you took probably all the people at HauntCon and combined the years of experience that they have, there's probably like 1,000 years on that trade show.
At least, yeah, sure. There's 1,000 people there, so it's got to be like 20,000 years.
Yeah, at least, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. So definitely check it out. Where can they go to look at tickets and get info?
HauntCon.com.
HauntCon.com. We'll post a link right here. Click it, check it out. It's going to be a great show. I always look forward to it. While we're here, real quick, we've seen this in many pictures before. By the way, your number's fallen.
Oh, I gotta fix that. Yeah,
I gotta fix that. What is Hauntepreneurs?
Hauntepreneurs is works like an architect does for the haunted house industry. We provide design work so that we can provide you with working drawings so that you can build a haunt or even put the drawings out for bid. You know, most of the people that are selling haunted houses in the industry are selling constructed buildings. It doesn't make sense for me to build it in a warehouse and ship it to you. I just give you the architectural drawings, and you can find a local contractor or you can build it yourself.
That's awesome. So if anybody just says, hey, I'm interested in maybe possibly putting on a haunted house, they can contact you. You do, I assume, consulting work with them?
That's our niche, is finding people that are trying to get into the industry and helping them make that first step.
And how many years experience do you have in this industry?
I built my first haunted house in 1976.
So, more than 5.
35 years plus experience, and over 100 haunted houses that we've designed for Universal Studios, Madison Square Garden, several of the Six Flags parks.
Don't try name dropping. It don't impress me.
Okay, I don't.
It is actually it is impressive. I think you did the Playboy Mansion recently.
For the last 3 years, the Playboy Mansion has hired me to do a 5,000 square foot haunted house that we set up in 10 days. And
I imagine your Flickr account, like the tracking on it just goes through the roof. It's like, because there's some bunnies going through. I saw a few on your Facebook page, and I was like, I'm interested.
I'll give you the number for the private account later.
I'm kidding. So, You've got years of experience. Definitely, if you're interested, if you're just watching us, you don't own a haunted attraction, but you're thinking about possibly getting into the industry, give Leonard a call. He's really...
We'd be happy to help you.
Really one of the... Sorry, I had Mexican earlier. He's really one of the most legendary... I know I say that word a lot, but these people really are legends in the industry.
I think he's just telling you I'm old. That's all he's saying.
Yeah, that's what Ed said. He's like, legendary means you're... I'm like, no, it just means you're timeless, immortal.
No, I think old is closer.
There's some serious psychological problems you guys got about old.
Well, it's just, I'm a regular guy trying to figure out how to make a living in the haunted house industry. I'm no different than anybody else in the building.
And you have fun doing it. With playmates.
With playmates, yeah, every once in a while. Yeah, it's fun.
You gotta throw playmates in it. It's gonna make anything better.
That's true.
So, but definitely check out where can they check out your website?
Hauntcon.com.
Well, I mean for the consulting.
Entrepreneurs.com.
Entrepreneurs.com. It won't take you to a movie.
No, it won't take you to the movie.
I'm sure they probably like, hey, we want to buy that domain from you.
I doubt it.
But definitely check out his website. Give him a call if you ever have any questions about running a haunted attraction. Years and years and years of experience here. Worth talking to. Very approachable. I know he looks kind of intimidating, but he's really a sweetheart.
This is me smiling.
See? Only a face a mom could love. So give us a call. Give him a call. And we look forward to seeing you at HauntCon. Definitely.
It's a great time.
It's always a great time, but he ain't kidding. Check it out. But thanks, Leonard, for doing this, coming on the show. We love having you.
Looking forward to it.
We got a live broadcast to you during the show.
All right, sweet.
So keep it tuned in. We're going to bring you more interviews. We're going to go in the dark zone, check out some Scare Factory stuff. You like Scare Factory?
Absolutely. Their stuff is amazing.
We like Scare Factory. Like they got that huge zombie holding a zombie. It's kind of...
yeah.
You see it breathe. It looks really weird.
Yeah.
But we're going to go get some footage of that so you can check it out. So keep it tuned in. More to come on HauntersDigest.com. Hey everybody, you're watching the Haunt Brief on Hunters Digest. We're here now at Pale Knight Productions booth, and I'm sitting here with, you're the owner and creator, aren't you, of Pale Knight?
I am, yes.
You are, and this is the incredibly talented Kip. How do you pronounce your last name?
Pollock.
Polly?
Pollock.
Kip Polly. And we've taken a look at some of your props that they're not technically props, are they? What are they? More like illusions or what?
Yeah, I mean, we like the term video integrated animatronics. It's sort of, the way I describe it is, video effects are very popular in haunted houses, but they're two-dimensional, you know, I mean, it is what it is, and then you move on.
Right.
Animatronics are very popular, but, you know, unless you're going to, Disney quality animations, they lack a certain amount of realism. So we combine the two to kind of give you the best of both worlds. So you get the sort of, nuance and real interesting performance out of a video character, but we supplement it with animatronic elements, so it doesn't just seem like a flat character on a flat screen, but more like a three-dimensional character that can interact with the environment.
And they're all triggerable. So when somebody steps on I don't even know what the word is. My mind, this has been one hell of a show. And we're like winding down, like it's like 10 minutes before close. So my brain scrambled. I couldn't even imagine where you are.
Yeah. It's always a long show, but it has been a long show.
So when you step in on one of the pressure mats or a motion sensor, it triggers the event and it starts to play. You do a loop of an animation, and then it looks like it triggers the event, and you can have either some kind of, it looks like a spray effect or a wind effect.
Yeah.
And are these like the standard stock ones that you carry?
Yeah, what we've got here this year, I think we've got 7 new pieces, which is the most we've ever done, by the way. So these are, the new line. We carry, gosh, I don't know, 30 or so at this point. But we also do a lot of custom work. We do custom video portraits where, it may read the rules to people or something like that for an attraction. We've done custom just pieces to go into someone's haunt. We did a custom piece for a haunted house where we actually brought in their actors, filmed with their specific actors, and did this whole thing. So once it's over, their real actors can then interact with the crowd live, and it's the exact same people they saw in the video. So yeah, we do a ton of custom stuff as well, but these are the ones that we produce and sell at the show.
That's really cool. Now these since you say you build custom, how did you get involved? These are really great. I mean, how'd you get your company started? What kind of inspired you to start all this?
Honestly,
be honest. Don't make it up.
Right.
You used to own Universal. I know that.
My real goal when I was younger, I wanted to do control systems for thrill rides and roller coasters. Okay? So I actually went to school with that in mind, and I got a manufacturing engineering degree. That's my background. And so while I was getting my degree, I started working at the Darkness here in St. Louis doing effects makeup, which was...
Never heard of them.
Yeah, doing effects makeup because I had taught myself that over the years for whatever reason. So I did their makeup, and then I started doing maintenance with them as well. And kind of saw an into the industry there and thought that might be a fun thing to try. So
they recognized some talent.
Yeah, so 7 years ago, we went to TransWorld for the first time and brought some little piddly stuff and did next to nothing, but it was exciting, and I thought that we might be able to do something. And so we really struggled for a couple of years to kind of find our place. And 4 years ago, we put out our Asylum Door, which was the first one of these video effects that we did, and it was
hugely popular.
Oh, yes. And so we really saw an opportunity there to do something that other people weren't, and to kind of carve out that place for us in the industry, and that's what we did.
That's really awesome. And I mean, I actually like your picture portraits. I think it kind of reminds me of something like I think what Universal did with the Harry Potter ride with the portraits on the wall, but I think you did it first.
Yeah, Yeah,
I'm just throwing that out there.
right. Now we of course have seen the Harry Potter stuff. It is absolutely amazing. Beautiful stuff. And you know, I like the idea of being able to bring some of that you know, level of stuff to the haunt industry. Haunted houses really, I always tell people, if you haven't been to a haunted house in a long time, you just don't know. In the past 10 years, it's changed so much. It's not small time, you know, simple stuff anymore. It's big money, big illusions, big.
So where can people go? PaleNightProductions.com?
Yes, PaleNight.com.
PaleNight.com.
PaleNightProductions.com. We own every variation of the name, even if you misspell it.
Well, be sure to get there. We got to get out here. I get the feeling they're going to start calling, and our red lights blinking say we've sucked all batteries gone. So
No good.
I don't want to keep you much longer. You got to sell some stuff because
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
yeah, I appreciate you coming on. You great vendor.
Thank
Really
you.
need to check out his stuff. PaleNight.com. Check it out. It's insane. We'll show you more. So coming up, more footage from HauntersDigest.com. Keep it tuned in.
Let's be friends for